everyone. Welcome to Woodshop 101. This is episode 88 for July 3rd, 2017. On today's show, we are going to discuss branding on social media and gaining how to maximize its potential. We are joined tonight by Sadie May of the Awesome Orange. Hey, Sadie, how are you?
Good. Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
We are glad to have you too.
I feel like we were just talking. I'm not entirely sure.
Maybe.
Who are you?
We want to thank our supporters, Michael Brindle and Devin Richter. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. If you would like to support the show, you can head over to woodshop101podcast.com/listen. Find the show notes for today's episode, and there will be links for small one-time donations and reoccurring donations. If you want to become a patron of our Patreon campaign, then head over to patreon.com/woodshop101. You can buy a Woodshop 101 podcast t-shirt. Head to countrysideworkshop.com/shop for the link.
You can Drew, you can wear one like Drew, but why are you wearing it 2 weeks in a row? Do you not do your laundry?
I got two of them, dude.
See, I just wear the same stinking shirt, so.
See, if you thought ahead like I do, buy two, then you couldn't be Raz. See, I got a way to defend my attire, see?
But now, are you wearing the second one?
Probably not.
No.
Okay.
But you didn't have to ask that question. Jerk.
But I gotta play the devil's advocate.
Okay.
Is that what's coming in the mail?
You got one?
I'm getting something in the mail, right?
Oh, well, you're getting a
Rockin'?
You're getting a Rockin' H shirt.
Okay, perfect. So then I need to order the other ones. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm ordering two, so I don't have to do all that.
And then I got to buy one of Jeremy's because he bought one of mine.
Well, but you gotta wait.
But I was
redesign.
nice enough. Yeah, I was nice enough to send you a second one too.
Yeah.
So I hope I expect this. I expect two shirts.
Okay. And when I get mine, I'll send you one of mine. Soon, I will send mine. So, tonight on the podcast, we are going to talk about branding on social media and what is the best way to brand yourself on social media and what platform is our go-to of choice. Sadie May, you want to start off?
Sure. I would say Instagram's the place I go to most, and that's where I kind of start all my posts from. But I don't get all my clients from Instagram, get more of them from Facebook. But as far as branding goes, good pictures are probably the best just to get people to stop from scrolling, which I need to work on because my camera phone has dust in it. So everything's foggy lately.
Wiping their eyes.
What's that? But I think good pictures start it, and then just being you and having a little bit of a personality and people. I mean, you got to make awesome stuff to begin with for people to want to follow you. But just being yourself and showing a little bit of your personality and different sides of you, I think is what gets them to keep coming back, wanting to know more. So I think basics.
Yeah, I think that's good. What about you, Drew?
Branding. I tend to use Instagram a lot as of late because I've linked it to Facebook, I've linked it to Twitter, so it kind of does the work for me. Now I do have to go into Facebook personal profile and then repost it to my business page. I might have to get Jeremy to show me how he did the whole Woodshop 101 thing because it does automatic.
Post to your business page from Instagram to your business page.
I haven't set it up that way yet. But yeah, I try and do a lot of consistency with my posts. For one, try and post at least once a day, if not more. I try and make the pictures a little more unique. I put my watermark brand on the pic, so there's no mistaking that that was a Woodshop 101 picture. I do try and Photoshop them a little bit now to where I can make them a little more interesting, if at all possible. But sometimes I leave them alone and just put my watermark on it. But I do think the having yourself in the picture a lot really helps them to connect with you as the personality, instead of just seeing a picture of a tool sitting on a table and and maybe your brand stuck in the corners. It's just not quite enough. I mean, people want to connect with you, not just necessarily what's in your shop. So I do agree with you, like, have the personality. And, Sam's kind of got that down, the whole shimmy shaking sawdust thing. But you really put yourself in the pictures a lot, which it helps people identify with that is you. That is your channel. That is your picture. And you've already surpassed me in followers. So, like I said, I don't know how you did it, but you did.
That one post, and I don't know what happened with that one post, but it went nuts. And since then, I haven't had another one. So
which one post?
If you look on my Instagram, I'm standing next to the wood with my arm on it, and it got like 1,000 or something.
Ooh, that's good.
True. It's because you don't look and have the same features that she does.
1,227, and I gained 1,015 followers from that. 1,500. Followers.
It could be. Do you think it has anything to do with the hashtags that you used in that post? Did you use anything different?
So I don't think I did, because I copied and pasted the same one. Like Jeremy told me one time when I was on the first time, definitely if you use the smaller hashtags that aren't used as much, you won't like scroll down too fast. And I used the same ones, and it just didn't, And I also think depending on the time of day that you post it, it also depends on like how much. Like sometimes mine stay up there for a while, and then I'll get likes a couple days later. But it normally happens like in the first 24 hours that I post. That's when I get the majority of my likes. So
it's because of the Daisy Duke shorts. Good grief. There you go, America. That's why.
Well, Drew, if you put those shorts
if I wore that, I would lose followers.
You'd get more.
Well, look, her credit, she just came back from South Carolina when she took that picture, right?
Kind of, yes. But I do go to the pool almost every day.
Yes, but here's the thing: is those shorts that you're wearing right there, those cut-off jean shorts, are the staple of women in South Carolina.
Oh yeah,
and that's not a bad thing. I'm not. But literally, when I moved here last summer, everywhere I turn, I go to Target, every, one out of, or probably 8 out of every 10 girls that you see, regardless, it doesn't matter, young, old, they're all wearing cut-off jean shorts.
Well, they're, so comfortable. They're just really comfortable, and I just ordered overall jean shorts.
That's awesome.
I'm so excited. So don't you worry. There'll be a post with my cut-off overall shorts.
So she's
we're going to have to do a
spoof.
You. Oh, dude, she's already there.
Can you just send me a picture that I can put on my Instagram?
Okay.
Let me get some of these likes.
Yeah.
We need to do a spoof, and Jeremy, you and I need to take pictures in some cut-off shorts and just see what reaction we get.
All three of you Photoshop together.
Come meet the Woodshop 101 cast.
I only have 2 pairs of jeans, and I'm not cutting either one of them off. So
please do that, please, and I could be in the middle, and you guys could be on the side. That would be awesome. And Photoshop it. Do it. It would be great. I would love to see that. Love to.
Drew, you opened your mouth.
I know you would.
When you send me the picture, Drew, then maybe I'll do it.
Don't worry. I'm texting you guys every night. Don't forget to take your jean short picture. Don't forget to take your jean short picture until y'all do it.
Yeah, look what you got us into, Drew.
Yeah. I cannot wait now. But I will have to say, jeans and jean shorts are the best to wear in the workshop. I often also wear workout shorts and pants that the sawdust sticks to it and it starts to itch. So I think jeans and jean shorts are definitely good. I know jean shorts, my grandpa would say, are not woodworking clothes. He definitely says those are not proper woodworking clothes. I know because my leg is showing, but they are very comfortable. And I can, do my work.
Tell him Instagram begs to differ.
So.
All right. Well,
okay.
So, Drew, you would say your current social media go-to choice is Instagram.
Yeah, and the use of hashtags is just incredible. What kind of reaction you get. Now, just to give you guys a I guess good insight on how well those hashtags work. I posted something just this morning without any hashtags whatsoever. I was just basically giving a like to a couple of people that had given me some Instagram love. They were liking a whole bunch of things. And I posted with no hashtags, and I only had 28 people like it. Let's see, when I posted, it's been about a week ago. Yeah. The table that I made, the little X-Brace table, I posted that with a few other hashtags that were outside of the norm that I normally just cut and paste, and it had 108 likes. So the hashtags are not a waste of time for those of you that are too lazy to put them in. They definitely get your brand out there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, keep them on the low end of how much they are used. Yeah, you can pick a hashtag that has like 1 million uses, but that doesn't mean you're going to get seen. So if you try and keep it around anywhere between 10,000 and 100,000 mark, you're gonna get seen a lot better. You're not gonna scroll down through the just array of people that are posting on that one hashtag.
A ton.
Yeah. So absolutely. The larger the number, the less likely you'll be seen because your image will be dropped down in the feed a whole lot quicker, and it shows. Sometimes you can't avoid it because you're like, hey, that's just the perfect hashtag, and there's nothing else similar to it. So you have to throw it on there. And even some of the like smaller ones that have like 100 or 200 or 500, sometimes I'll throw those on there. But I'll try to definitely add some larger hashtags just to help give some of those other shorter ones a follow as well. But Drew, it's funny that this time a year ago, or this time 2 years ago, Facebook was our go-to social platform. It's funny to sit back and see, like, when your business is all about social media marketing, how things change. Facebook now, it's like, it's a thing. Like, I don't ever post uniquely to Facebook anymore because images have been what has taken over. And who does images better than Instagram? Nobody does. And in fact, now the algorithms are rotating towards video, short videos. So who does it better than Instagram? Nobody. 1 minute. Instagram allows it, a 1 minute video, and videos are trending higher right now than photos are. So if you post a video up there, you're likely to get more likes than you will off of a comparable still image. So take that in consideration as you're doing your posting throughout the day. Try to, and we're talking about video that lives on your feed, not the Instagram Live, not the Instagram Stories. The video that lives on your feed is trending higher than photos are right now. Just because that's what people are looking for, quick videos. So as you're going throughout your day and posting to Instagram or whatever, shoot your videos. Yeah, exactly. So how many likes did you get off of that?
The video itself is only like 4 seconds long, and I got 2,500 views on it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
how much it was, like 117 times. So
Yeah. I just did a short video of that Ash Vanity that I finished. It was only a 9-second video, just spanning across the whole thing because I couldn't get it all in a photo, and it got lots of likes too, more than normal, and different views.
Yeah. And I did another one too, probably about a month ago when I made my jig, and it got 8,600 views and 241 likes. So I mean, it's crazy how effective they are.
And if I remember correctly from the stuff that I've researched into it and looked, in order for the view count, for it to count as a view, the entire video has to be watched.
Yeah.
A lot of times like Facebook or even YouTube, they count like as long as you watch a certain length of the video, then it will automatically count as a view. I'm pretty sure Instagram's is you have to watch the entire clip in order for it to count. I can't exactly remember, but I want to say that's what it was when I read it. So I've done a lot of Instagram and then like a lot of research into it. I actually took a course a year ago, last July. I took like a 7-day challenge course from a pretty famous photographer, Jasmine Starr. She does a lot of wedding photography and stuff, and she's actually she's real big into social media marketing, and she does a lot of conferences and things like that, a lot of teaching, and she developed an Instagram course. And I did her 7-day challenge, and it went into talked about hashtags, some of the things that we just talked about. It talked about showing that personality. So don't just show a shot of your shop or of your project every single day, because people are only learning about your shop or your business. They're not learning about the person behind the business. So every once in a while, maybe you show a Starbucks sign, if that's your thing, I drink Starbucks every day. I have to have that to function. Or Dunkin' Donuts, or this is my favorite dinner to cook. So you took a picture to show your followers. So every once in a while, interject those personality shots behind. And in your comments, don't just make a comment. Have an open-ended comment to engage the audience. So always end it in some kind of question. So post something like, for example, today. I posted on the Woodshop 101 Instagram and showed some writing instruments, and I put, what's your favorite writing instrument? These are mine. Listen to the show on Monday where I'm going to feature one of these three. And it generated comments because people are like, oh, hey, he's asking me a question. Let me go tell him what I think, what my favorite is. And then be sure to comment on those comments. You don't have to comment on every one, but try to stay engaged in there so people feel like you're going back and reading their comments. It shows that you're not just a bot, you're not just trolling, you're not just throwing out things. You're actually engaged in it, because that's what social media is about, is engagement. And the more that you're engaged, the more engagement you have on a photo or video, the more times it's going to be viewed. Because it'll show up in other people's algorithms. If you don't ever get, if all you're getting is some likes, they're hitting a little heart, it's gonna show up, but it's not gonna maximize. Now people are commenting on it, it's gonna start showing up in other people's feed that follow you. So I would definitely say on Instagram side, try to start incorporating your short videos. Definitely do awesome pictures and interject personality pictures in there every once in a while, so they can see the person behind the business. Now, let's talk a little bit about stories. Stories are awesome. However, they can be a downfall because they're quick videos that expire after 24 hours, right? The stories for a business should be behind the scenes, that maybe things you don't want cluttered up with your feed. So you show, hey, like you did, you created a cool little sunshine or summer infographic, and you shot a video of it. That's cool. Put that on like maybe your live feed on your not your live, on your Instagram stories, because that's something that doesn't necessarily need to be cluttered up. Or you want to talk to your audience for a few minutes. You have something on your mind. Maybe, oh, hey, I'm going to this client's house to give them an estimate on this. Things that aren't relevant long term. You can use that a little more freely to show more behind the scenes of like maybe your family life or the things you do on a daily basis outside of the shop. However, it's got to be a balance. You can't post all personal things and nothing business through the stories. And you can't post all business. You need to interject some of that personality, because that's what stories are there for. They're for those quick 24-hour, hey, it will be irrelevant after 24 hours. That's why it's going to disappear. However, the stories can be the downfall of your business, because you can lose some of the engagement on your feed. So if all you're doing is posting like all your behind the scenes shots, and the shots may be of you working in the shop, things like that, to your stories, but you don't post any of those to your feed, then long term, you're not getting the same results out of your feed. So you have to balance it. You have to be able to post in your feed some of those same things that you're posting, like, hey, here's a picture of me sanding the table. Here's a picture of me cutting the legs. That way, after those stories expire, you have that same engagement of personality to business ratio there. And then in the live stories, I actually like the live stories now. If you haven't heard on Instagram, you can now integrate them from live into your stories. So you'll be able to keep them for 24 hours.
24 hours.
Which is good, because you can go live and get that engagement, right? You'll have all those comments, you get to engage with that audience. But for people that don't have the opportunity to sit down and watch your live every time you want to go live, they can watch it as part of your stories later on. So it's at least pulling back the live and allowing more audience to see it. So that's kind of how I play it. Lately I've been pretty bad about posting pictures on a daily basis. You have to be consistent. Mm-hmm. If you're not consistent, you're not going to get the views.
Well, I think you want to be consistent, but you also want to have a good picture and a good story behind it. And that's kind of where I like mixing the actual posts with the stories, because I like to take people along on the journey of a build, yes. But I don't need to post every time I do one step or process each time. If it's something new I haven't posted about in a while, then I might do a picture of that. Or if I'm at a cool stage that I'm excited about, I might post about that. But a lot of times I get more interaction when I'm taking people along with the story, and then I'm like, hey, go check it out. I just posted, or, have a sneak peek of this particular post. So it's almost like leading them to that. The stories are leading them to my post. Mm-hmm. And I've seen a lot of people lately, they like, hey, I just posted, and they, scribble out the post that they just posted to entice whoever's looking at their stories to go and look at that post. And I don't know if it's worked for me, but it works on the people that I follow, because I'm like, well, what did she post, or what did he post? I want to see. So I think it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I mainly do Instagram. I haven't figured out my Facebook just yet. And it's funny because I feel like I get a lot of activity from my stories and being in the shop and them seeing all of everything that I'm doing in the shop. And then it tracks them into, like you said, then your feed. Mm-hmm. And I always like to put more personal stuff and workshop a good balance on my stories. And then when I go into my feed, I always like to have a finished product picture, like when I'm finished, and then, as I'm working, that type of picture. And it definitely has been working. So
Yeah. The one thing that you want to think about as well is his stories are targeted for current followers.
Yeah.
So if you're primarily stories and not very much engaged in your feed, then you're not targeting potential new followers, right? Because new followers, unless they're searching for you or they're looking in like the news feed of Instagram, they potentially won't see your story. Because that's what stories were designed for, is your current followers.
But when I go to the search and am looking for like anything new that maybe I don't follow, sometimes people's stories, it's funny, will pop up at the top. So say someone is looking at a lot of woodworking and maybe they follow me, but they don't follow you, and you do a story, then you might be up in the search story, your story. And then funny, I've clicked on a lot of people up in this, like the stories, and I watch. It's crazy, super far, and I'll find some awesome new followers. I just found some awesome people that redo houses, and they're really cool to watch. I really like to watch what they're doing, but I need to be better at posting on my live feed. I tell myself to do it once a day, and it sometimes is once every 2 or 3 days. So I need to be better.
You're talking about on your feed?
Yeah.
So.
And you film an awesome story, make sure you save it, because I've done that a ton of times where I'm like, oh, I wish I saved that.
Yes.
And then I forget. So definitely don't forget to save. If it's an awesome story and you want to put it in your feed later, make sure you save it, because you will never, ever get it again.
Yeah.
That's where that's where I usually bring Facebook into the mix. Is I'll make a story on Instagram, save it, and then upload it to Facebook as another video.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, Facebook definitely likes videos too.
Yeah, because that's all social media, because that's people's go-to choice right now is videos. In 6 months it may be back to text, but that's why Facebook's gone through a lot of changes, and they added like when you can like post, you can pick like a background to your post, and it'll kind of make it like an infographic kind of thing, and it's because it resembles more of a picture, and people are drawn to that right now. But in 6 months it may go back to regular text. It's just how the things are trending, and right now video is just trending very high. But I'm glad that you said that, because yes, you can save those stories. And I wouldn't necessarily post it right away, but maybe wait a day or 2 or 3 until it's cleared your story, and then put that back in your feed and pull more of that engagement back out that maybe saw that, but they didn't. Be the only way to comment on the story is to send the individual a message. But maybe they didn't want to send you a message, but now that you post it to your feed, a few days later they'll leave a comment down below.
But you can put hashtags in stories too. So does that can put you up on the feeds too, which I hadn't been doing that.
Yeah, I need to do that too. And I've noticed that actually I get a lot of likes. That one picture in particular was the special occasion. I don't know what I did, but it worked really well. But I normally get around 200 or 300. But on my video, my stories, I get like 800 views. And then, it drops off maybe like 5 people. But it's a ton. I don't know if you also get a lot more like on your stories versus your feed. If I did my feed, I think every day, I feel like I would grow faster. But do you get a lot of views on your stories?
Yeah, on my stories, I haven't looked at them recently, but sometimes it's like 300, 400, whatever. And you're like, well, go and like my post, because over there I only have 100 or 200 or whatever. But there are more people, so they want to watch it. So it's like, how do we get them to interact? And that's why I think when people are like, okay, I'm doing this for you, now you go here and look at this. And most likely if they go from your story to your feed, they're hopefully going to double tap or comment or do something.
Yeah. And I think putting the videos also then on your feed is a great thing too. Because definitely, like Jeremy said, the videos is definitely more popular right now. And those time-lapse videos are so fun. And I always get a lot of comments on those. So.
You're talking about the reverse one that you did?
No, the go really fast ones.
Okay. The multiple pictures that turns into a video?
Yeah. They're those are great because I actually never knew that this was on there until we got the treehouse built. But the treehouse people that came out from Colorado, they showed me, and I can't believe. But if you scroll all the way to the side, at the very end on your iPhone, there's a time lapse, and it's just like a video. And then it speeds it up super, super, super fast. And it will take like a 5-minute video and turn it into 30 seconds. So then you can show your whole process of maybe your glue up or the staining, or maybe you are finishing and putting your bench together or your table together. And it takes that and it takes the 5 minutes and puts it down to like 30 seconds. It's great. So then everyone can see the whole process, and it's sped up so that you're not sitting and talking for a minute, where that's good. And I've gotten a lot, but the time lapse is nice because they can see what you're doing. So
I like watching time lapse too. So
yeah. I think the last thing I really have to add on that is when you do hashtags, you get 30 of them, right, Drew? You get up to 30 hashtags. 30. And it doesn't matter. It's 30 per post, period. So you can't. So if you put like 2 in the comments or in like your post, and then you put some like you want to put more down in like the comment section, it will cap you off at 30 no matter what, or it won't upload them. Now with that, your bulk of your hashtags should be in the comment below, like the first comment below your image. And they say because you still get so many hashtags in there, you try to put like your comment in there, like, hey, this is what I'm doing today, and then you put all 30 hashtags. It makes that comment so busy that people lose interest in trying to read it. So by putting those hashtags in the comment section below, you're still maximizing the benefit of hashtagging your content, but you're also maximizing the potential of the person being able to read the post.
Yeah, I think it's really salesy if it's up in the first comment. So normally I just put like one of my hashtags that I made up. So kind of like my branding, I want, if they can find basically anything that I do under that hashtag, or maybe a funny one, or just something that's related specifically to that post up there, and then whatever else is below.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything that's kind of out of the realm of my copy and paste hashtags, like if it's specific to that particular post, I will put in the main comment, not the ones below, but the actual main comment of what I'm doing, and I'll put like maybe 2 or 3 hashtags that are pertinent to that post, and then I will copy and paste my 30 hashtags that I have and just remove the non-pertinent ones that will take the place of the 3 that I've got up above.
Yeah, I have a couple of different, on my notes section on my iPhone, I have like different categories. So, if it's a personal post, or if it's one about my dog, about Awesome Oscar, I've got different hashtags for him, for just if I'm building something, if it's a finished product or it's a work in progress. So I've got like 3 of them now, and I'm starting to make more because it's just easier to get that there. So it's the first comment instead of if somebody else comments after, it gets shuffled down.
Yeah, that's exactly what I have. Is I have like the ones for the podcast saved into a separate area. I got mine for my channel saved to a separate area for just that, be able to copy and quick paste.
Yeah. I have a
Jeremy. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sam.
Sorry. Does anybody know how to do the spaces down? Have you seen the posts where people will definitely write something and then be able to put those dots on the left side?
I think if you type it out in notes that way and physically copy and paste it from your notes, that style, it'll show up.
Yeah. Yeah, it has to be done in a third-party app. It can't be done in Instagram. At least that I know about.
Yeah, and that's okay.
So
perfect.
that's exactly what Sadie said. It's how I've done it, is type it up in notes and then paste it that way.
Yeah, that's how I do it, but they're all like one line, then the next line, then the next line. But so now I'm going to try and space like a comment and then a couple hashtags and see if it will give me that big gap between.
Yeah.
So I'm
Getting fancy.
I'm so excited.
Jeremy, there was something I was going to tell you that might help you with people finding you because I've noticed that your Instagram is actually labeled as countrysideworkshop.com, and your name is also countrysideworkshop.com. But if people don't know countrysideworkshop.com, if they just know Jeremy Crawford and they try and search on Instagram for you, they will not find you unless your name is listed in your bio. So like your profile, like mine used to say Rockin' H Woodshop in both places. So when I searched my name, it would never pop up. So I changed my profile name to Drew Short - Rockin' H Woodshop. And now my name is searchable in the Instagram feeds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I like knowing people's names too. So if I'm following so many people on Instagram, it's nice I can click back to their page and I'm like, oh, that's Drew, or oh, that's Jeremy, and I do that with people when they comment on my posts. I'll go click on their page and say, thanks, so-and-so. And so it makes it more personable. And they're like, well, how did she know my name? I go back and steal it from over there. And I think people like it. I feel like people engage and you start building that rapport with them.
Yes, I definitely think so. And it is nice to see like that there's a name behind their handle. So
yeah,
nice.
Handle CB Talk. There you go. I like that.
And then I can let people know that I'm a girl too, because a lot of times before I had my name up there and before I started posting pictures of me, they're like, "Oh, I thought you were a guy," building all this stuff. So the personality side of it's good.
Yes, I definitely think so.
I'm in here looking at it right now.
And thinking about
that.
Talking about Instagram.
No.
All right, ready, guys? Everyone, yay! Actually, I forgot to take a picture of the video.
Jeez.
The best. Yeah, and boom.
Boom.
Yay! Actually, I forgot to take a picture of the video. All right.
I didn't know she's taking a video.
We're in the...
I would have been sitting there like...
I know, we're all frozen.
Like, Sam, why is your computer frozen? Like, they're not moving at all.
Sometimes, yeah.
All right, so I just changed it, Drew. I put my name on it.
I mean, you could keep the Countryside Workshop on there. Just put your name in front with like a hyphen.
It's too long, so I did it like that.
Oh, okay.
Because I guess you can only have 30 characters, and that's like 38 if I type out Countryside Workshop. So.
Oh, yeah, mine's probably pushing that. All right, cool. Well, that was a lot of good information.
Yes.
So, I get. Do we have anything else that we need to add or want to add?
No.
I have to say that Sam, this for your first time taking the wheel. I don't know if there was, a couple times where you had to have Jesus take it, but
right?
No, you did fine. You did fine.
You can't fire yet.
No, can't fire you. You're permanent fixture now. So
yes.
Don't leave us.
Look, I've already started changing stuff over and putting your name on it.
I know.
It's
really exciting when I go on the Woodshop 101 page and I'm like, it's Drew, Jeremy, and Sam, and I'm like, yes.
So cute.
It's funny. One more thing to add to social media: if you have to help manage 2 accounts, you can add accounts. I just figured that out like the other day, so you don't have to keep logging in and out. You can add accounts to one and switch in between.
Yeah, and it's very quick.
Accounts, you're going to get lots of notifications. So
just make sure you're on the right account that you need to make a comment on.
Yeah, Drew.
I did that today, as a matter of fact.
Hey, don't worry about it. I caught myself doing it this evening too.
Oh, that's so doing it earlier. I posted a picture of just a picture, a selfie, and I almost put it on the Woodshop 101 podcast. So
that'd have been all right. It'd have probably got like 9,000 views anyway. All right. Well, those were some good points and tips. So I hope you guys took some information from that. So let's go ahead and get this all wrapped up because I think we've been on here quite a while. So Sadie, for those of you that are wanting to get in contact with her, I'll let her kind of take the wheel here for a quick second so she can give her contact information. Go ahead.
All right. You guys can find me on Instagram at The Awesome Orange, Facebook, The Awesome Orange, or my website, theawesomeorange.com. Contact pages and messengers all over the place there.
Just look for the safety glasses.
Yes.
And for those of you that want to get in contact with us, you can go to samryandesigns.com, countrysideworkshop.com, and rhwoodshop.com. Find the contact section, fill it out, send us some feedback or questions, whatever. And you can also send us some information through Woodshop 101 through the email address, which is kickback@woodshop101podcast.com. Also, if you want to give us a voicemail, you can call through any type of phone that you have, whether it be landline or cell phone, and that is 409-234-3959. We'll feature your feedback or questions on air, and we always like to have those. So much like Alabama Woodworker does, we like to feature those as much as possible, so be sure and do that if you can. However, if you do not want to call, but you want to have your voice on air, we do have an option that you can email through the kickback at woodshop101podcast.com. And just use a voice memo app on your phone, record your message, and then attach it to an email and send it to us. So either way will work. So we appreciate you guys listening to this particular episode. We also want to thank all of our listeners for your support with Patreon. And if you guys want to give the donations, we would gladly accept those to keep the lights running. So thank you guys very much for all the support that you give us. We also want to wish all of the listeners a happy 4th of July. You're listening to this right now. The 4th is tomorrow, so please be safe. And from Sadie, Sam, Jeremy, and myself, we want to wish you guys well. Please be safe in your shops, and we will talk to you on the next podcast episode. So 1, 2, 3. Boom! Boom.